we have a variable chord PQ which subtends right angle at the center. Let us choose any point on this ellipse as, in terms of polar coordinates, as r cos theta and r sin theta. Now this point, it will lie on this ellipse. Then we can write r square cos square theta upon a square plus r square sin square theta upon b square, and it is equal to 1. So we can write r square b square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta upon ab square, and this value is 1. So value of 1 upon r square will be b square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta upon ab square. Now for this point Q, 1 upon OQ square will be b square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta upon AB whole square. Now this angle, it is 90. So for this point P, this angle will be theta plus 90. R cos 90 plus theta is minus R sin theta. And this point sin 90 plus theta is cos theta. So it will be R cos theta. So this point P, it will again lie on this ellipse. So we can write R square sin square theta upon A square plus R square cos square theta upon B square. From here we can write 1 upon R square as B square sin square theta plus A square cos square theta upon A square B square. Now this is OP. So we can write 1 upon OP square as B square sin square theta plus A square cos square theta upon AB whole square. Now we'll add them. So we'll add them, then we can write 1 upon OP square plus 1 upon OQ square will be A square plus B square upon AB whole square, and there will be 1 upon A square plus 1 upon B square, and that's your option number A. The condition on AB for which two chords of ellipse pass through A comma minus B are bisected by x plus y equals b. So we have this ellipse whose equation is x square upon 2a square plus y square upon 2b square, and it is equal to 1. Then we draw two chords from this point a comma minus b. So from this point a comma minus b, two chords are drawn. Now these chords, they are bisected by this line, which is x plus y equals b. So we need to find condition on A, B. So what we'll do is we'll take any general point on this ellipse. So any general point on this ellipse is given by root 2a cos theta and root 2b sin theta. Now midpoint of this chord will lie on this line. So we'll find its midpoint. So its midpoint will be A (1 plus root 2 cos theta upon 2), and here it will be B minus 1 plus root 2 sin theta upon 2. Now this midpoint, it will lie on this line. So we'll put the value of x and y, then we'll get A 1 plus root 2 cos theta upon 2 plus B minus 1 plus root 2 sin theta upon 2, and this value, it is equal to B. Now we'll multiply this 2 on the right hand side, and we'll take A and B on the right hand side as well. Then we can write A cos theta plus B sin theta, and it will be equal to 2B plus B, 3B minus A upon root 2. Now we know that a cos theta plus b sin theta, it always lie between minus under root a square plus b square and plus under root a square plus b square. So we can say modulus value of a cos theta plus b sin theta will always be less than equal to under root of a square plus b square. Now we'll square, we can write 9b square plus a square minus 6ab, and it is less than or equal to 2a square plus 2b square. So we can write a square plus 6ab should always be greater than or equal to 7b square. So answer to this question is a square plus 6ab must be greater than or equal to 7b square. So that's your option number A and option number C.
Now here the question is, if the line Lx plus My plus n equals to 0 cuts the ellipse in points whose eccentric angle differs by pi by 2, then we need to find value of this expression. We know that equation of any chord with eccentric angles alpha and beta, it is given by x upon a cos alpha plus beta upon 2 plus y upon b sin alpha plus beta upon 2, and it is equal to cos alpha minus beta upon 2. Now in the question it says eccentric angles differ by pi by 2. So that means alpha minus beta is equal to pi by 2. So here it will be cos pi by 4, and cos pi by 4 is simply 1 by root 2. So we can write this as x upon a upon root 2 cos alpha plus beta upon 2 plus y upon b upon root 2 sin alpha plus beta upon 2, and it is equal to 1. So we have expressed it in terms of intercept form. So we'll write this line in intercept form. We can write this as x upon n by L plus y upon n by m, and this is equal to minus 1. So we'll take this minus with n. So we compare, we can write minus n by L, it is a upon root 2 cos alpha plus beta upon 2, and the same way we can write minus n upon m, and it is b upon root 2 sin alpha plus beta upon 2. Now we'll find cos alpha plus beta by 2 and sin alpha plus beta by 2. So cos alpha plus beta by 2, it will be al upon root 2n, and then this minus sign, and in the same way we can write sin alpha plus beta upon 2 will be minus m into b upon root 2n. Now we'll square it and add them. So we'll square and add, then cos square theta plus sin square theta will be 1, and here we'll get a square L square plus b square m square upon 2n square. We'll need to find the value of a square L square plus b square m square upon n square. So we'll take this 2 on right hand side. So from here we can write a square L square plus b square m square upon n square, and this value is equal to 2, and that's your option number B.
Now here the question is, if the chord joining 2 points whose eccentric angles are alpha and beta cut the major axis of an ellipse at a distance c from center, then tan alpha by 2, tan beta by 2 is equal to which of the following option? Now we know that equation of chord is given by x upon a cos alpha plus beta upon 2 plus y upon b sin alpha plus beta upon 2, and it is equal to cos alpha minus beta upon 2. Now this chord, it intersects x-axis at a distance c from center. So that means it will pass through c comma 0. So we'll put x as c and we'll put y as 0. So we'll get c upon a cos alpha plus beta upon 2, and it will be equal to cos alpha minus beta upon 2. So we'll take on the right hand side, we can write cos alpha by 2 cos beta by 2 plus sin alpha by 2 into sin beta by 2 upon cos a plus b. So it will be cos alpha by 2 cos beta by 2 minus sin alpha by 2 sine beta by 2, and this value is equal to c upon e. Now we need to find the value of tan alpha by 2 and tan beta by 2. So we'll use componendo dividendo. So here we'll subtract first. We'll write 2 sine alpha by 2 into sine beta by 2. Here also we'll need to subtract c minus a, and here we'll add. We'll get 2 cos alpha by 2 cos beta by 2, and L be equal to c plus a. So the value of tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2 is c minus a upon c plus a, and that's your option number 2.